If you're dating with no intention of marriage, you're not just wasting time, you're playing with fire that burns deeper than you can see. You think it's harmless, casual, just seeing where it goes, but what's secretly happening is a slow erosion of purpose, character, and destiny. Every time you open your heart to someone without vision, you hand over pieces of yourself with no covenant to protect them. You bond, you break, you bleed emotionally, and yet you keep going, unaware that you're rehearsing divorce in the name of dating. Few people know this, but every purposeless relationship becomes spiritual baggage. The soul ties, the compromises, the confusion, they don't just vanish when the feelings fade. You carry them into your future and then wonder why your future feels heavy, delayed, or disoriented. That's not random. Proverbs 4 verse 23 warns you plainly, "Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life." If you don't guard it, someone else will vandalize it. You date for attention instead of intention, and suddenly you find yourself in emotional entanglements that God never assigned. Samson chased Delilah for pleasure, and it cost him vision, strength, and purpose. He didn't lose his power in battle, he lost it in a bed. That's the hidden danger. You can be anointed and still fall if your relationships are out of alignment. And Delilah still exists. They look like fun, they feel like thrill, but they lead to captivity. Every time you say, "It's just dating," the enemy hears, "Here's a loophole." Because the Bible never promotes casual intimacy, it warns of it. Proverbs 5 paints a vivid picture. Her lips drip honey, but her path leads to death. You flirt with emotional intimacy without covenant, and wonder why heartbreak becomes your rhythm. The shocking truth is that when you date without purpose, you rob your future spouse of a whole version of you. You're meant to enter marriage whole, not patched up from years of broken attachments. You were never meant to sample hearts like appetizers at a buffet. The world normalizes this, but Romans 12 verse 2 calls you to be transformed, not conformed. The standard isn't what's popular, it's what's pure. And purity isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual alignment with God's design. David's greatest downfall wasn't Goliath, it was a woman he wasn't supposed to pursue. One night of passion led to deception, betrayal, and death. Lust always overpromises and underdelivers. It tells you, "This feels right," even when it violates your calling. Dating without purpose trains you to see people as temporary. You start treating hearts like hobbies. But God never called you to be a heartbreaker, He called you to be a kingdom builder. And you can't build what you keep tearing down. Every date with no direction is a detour, and detours delay destiny. You wonder why you're spiritually dry? It's because intimacy outside purpose drains you. It fragments your focus and numbs your discernment. And suddenly, you don't recognize the voice of God over the volume of your emotions. Let's be brutally clear. Dating without the end goal of marriage is emotional gambling. It's a setup for wounds disguised as romance. And the consequences? Delayed destiny, confused identity, diminished spiritual authority. You date for fun and wake up numb. You say we're just vibing, but spiritually you're drifting. That's not harmless, it's hell's strategy. And yes, God can redeem anything. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us of that. But don't weaponize grace to justify recklessness. Just because God can fix what's broken doesn't mean you should keep breaking it. So here's your warning and your wisdom. Stop dating without vision. Date with prayer, not just preference. Pursue with clarity, not confusion. Ask God to make you whole before you seek someone else to complete you. Singleness isn't a curse, it's preparation. Use it to grow, to heal, to become. Because when the right person comes, they won't complete you, they'll complement the purpose already burning in you. And don't ignore red flags because you're desperate to feel chosen. Being alone with God is safer than being with someone who distracts you from Him. You're not just dating for now, you're shaping eternity. Legacy is on the line. Here are the consequences. Delayed healing, broken trust, repeated heartbreaks, and a weakened sense of identity. What feels good now may cost more than you imagine later. These are some moral lessons. Purpose protects. And every relationship outside purpose is a risk you cannot afford. Anchor your relationships in prayer, pursue only when peace is present, and never allow loneliness to dictate your standards. Love is patient, so wait. Passion is loud, but purpose is precise. You are not called to trial and error dating. You are called to strategic, spirit-led connection. Don't just date, build. Don't just feel, discern. Don't just start, finish well. You were made for covenant, not convenience. So the next time someone asks you to just see where this goes, answer boldly, if it's not going toward purpose, I'm not going at all. If this message spoke to you, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a word that could shift your life. Like this video if it challenged or encouraged you, and share it with someone who needs this truth right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And make sure to check out our other videos for more real, purpose-driven content that keeps you growing and grounded. Your support means everything.